How's it going, everybody? This is Jimmy Perry from Learn About Homes. I'm gonna tell you first that I'm putting that hat on, and I want you wondering why I have this hat on while I'm doing this video. I'm gonna put a hat on because this is not acceptable. I don't want to break my phone screen any more than I've done, so I'm going to put this on. And I mean, it's not bad, but got a lot of videos to do, so I'm gonna put this back on my head. What was I doing? So I'm here today. I'm doing a video on 10 tips for making sure you're safe on your houseboat. Tip number one: make sure you have a pump near your boat at all times. Even though you be living on it, it's still a boat, and boats tend to float on water. So basically, in case water goes into your boat, you want to be able to get it out. You don't want your boat to take on water and stay with water on it. Because then it's not as buoyant, and you don't want your boat to sink. Then make sure you don't allow water to get in your boat. Self-explanatory. Next, you don't want to drift aimlessly. Have adequate navigation equipment. Examples of this are, you want to make sure you have your current marine charts on hand. You want to have a great understanding of ways to calculate distance, speed, and time. You want to stay out of the water during bad weather and have a float plan. You want to make sure you have the correct equipment. These are the tips, and ways to use it correctly. You also want to get a carbon monoxide detector is another tip. Because the worst thing about carbon monoxide is that you don't know when it's in the air, which is why it's a dangerous contaminant. And you want to make sure your boat's air is free from this gas, and you basically just want to make sure you install that carbon monoxide detector inside of it. No. Next, you don't want to allow fires to spread. So, like any building, a houseboat it is a building, just not a stationary building. So, like any building, a houseboat can catch on fire, and you don't want to be caught in a houseboat on fire, even though you'll be on water. So, all you have to do is jump out. But you don't want that to happen. So you want to make sure you have fire extinguishers on deck. And since it's a houseboat, that makes sense. You want to keep a life jacket at all times. You're on water. A few types of life jackets available for purchase. And I said you're on water because, that's I want to make sure it sounded self-explanatory. A few types of life jackets available for purchase are not here, but just available are pets/children's life jackets, slim inflatable life jackets, and cool weather life jackets. Next, you want to try to use modern equipment. Just as with any piece of technology, you want to make sure you stay on top of the updates the equipment you use on board your houseboat may have, such as GPSs and things like that. They get updates regularly, and you want to have those. Make sure you anchor properly. Different conditions can require you to do different things or do things a bit differently when you decide to anchor your houseboat. So you want to take that into account and pay attention to the weather conditions and the conditions of the place of your surroundings, so you know how to anchor. And try to refuel as safely as possible. Make sure all individuals are off the boat while it's being refueled. And after you finish refueling, start the engine room blower to make sure all fumes are gone. And also, you want to make sure you extinguish all flames in the ships while refueling to avoid any possible accidents. Last is don't operate under the influence. Like a boat, like a car, you don't want to operate your boat while high, drunk, under influence of medicine, whatever. Medicine that makes you drowsy, influences your mental state, because it's something that's moving and anything can happen, and you don't want to be under the influence while things are happening. That's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. You hear from me next time. Peace.